We have a severe problem in Protestant circles with sexual abuse, not just by pastors, but by members of the church, and a severe problem with how churches frequently handle disclosures of abuse.
This is former Southern Baptist pastor Stephen Bratton, father of 7. He used to be a pastor at the Grace Family Baptist Church in Houston, and much like many Southern Baptists, he's a vocal advocate for the death penalty for women who seek abortions and doctors who perform abortions, which makes sense. After all, well, here's a YouTube video I found of his church.
We also have a list of core values that we emphasize here at GFBC. Those core values are the sufficiency of Scripture. When we speak about the sufficiency of Scripture, we're referring to the fact that the Bible is the final authority in all matters of faith and practice.
But why are we talking about this handsome fellow today? Well, aside from his advocacy, Bratton is being accused of the continuous sexual abuse of a child after allegedly engaging in sexual intercourse multiple times a day or several times a week. Now, on April 8th, Bratton sat on a hearing for the failed Texas abortion bill and said, "Whoever authorizes or commits murder is guilty. They're guilty already in a court that is far more weighty than what is here in Texas." Turns out, the courts in Texas might find him guilty of some other things. Only a month later, on May 16th, fellow pastors in the church contacted the police after Bratton allegedly confessed to them that he had been committing the abuse of minors. Aaron Wright, another pastor in the church, gave a public statement on the matter, claiming that Stephen Bratton was in contradiction to the faith and in contradiction to their church. Except, is he really? Because it turns out molesting children is kind of a big problem in Southern Baptist churches.
With nearly 15 million members, the Southern Baptist Convention is the largest Protestant denomination in the United States. Now it is facing a reckoning of its own over sexual abuse. A Houston Chronicle investigation found hundreds of clergy or staff allegedly committed abuse or misconduct over 2 decades.
Now, this Houston Chronicle investigation showed that at least 700 people had reported being sexually abused by Southern Baptist church leaders and volunteers. So I don't want to go against the good pastor who said Stephen Bratton's actions were in contradiction with how the church does business, but it sure seems like that's exactly how the church does business.
This week, delegates of Southern Baptist churches approved changes for the first time to make it easier to expel churches that cover up sexual abuse cases.
This convention, ironically, is happening in Alabama, by the way, a state where lawmakers recently passed a near-total abortion ban that doesn't even make exceptions for rape or incest, meaning that once the law is in effect, if a member or a pastor in your Southern Baptist clergy rapes you, you'll have to carry that pregnancy to term, and then to make matters worse, that rapist will likely be able to legally co-parent the child. What a dichotomy this is, guys. I love that so many Americans think that we are exceptional, but in fact, this is truly one of the most backwards nations on the planet where we routinely legislate this kind of brutality. Like, imagine criticizing other nations for how they treat women over in like Middle Eastern nations and whatnot, and then advocating for these kinds of laws here. Just an insane country, man, where rapist pastors can get on a soapbox and advocate to murder women who seek out abortions, but of course, we're still one of the greatest nations on earth, right? Right, guys? I'm Hasan Piker. If this story surprises you, then share it and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And this has been The Breakdown. Did you know that TYT Network is now available on YouTube's new streaming platform, YouTube TV? Get access to full TYT episodes and exclusive shows by signing up for YouTube TV today. All new subscribers get a 7-day free trial, so head on over to youtube.tv and search for the TYT Network channel.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.